45 minutes left in the trading session and left in the day. Let's have a look at how North American markets are faring. Yeah, we're still in negative territory, unfortunately, right across the board here. In fact, the S&P 0.3, the Dow 0.4. The Nasdaq has come off its lows. Remember, we were down about 1.3% at the start of the day, but still 0.9 in negative territory, flat here in Toronto. Cryptos are positive, but not really doing a heck of a lot, guys. There are one, two, or a few stocks to have a look at here in the final hour. Let's get into it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, look, we got to take a quick look at what IBM is doing right now, and maybe Sirius satellite radio. No, it'll be AMC. Tesla, look, Tesla's actually here because Tesla got dumped there with some bad numbers coming out of China for them. So we'll be watching Tesla, but the big story today, it's down 10% now. But remember from the morning, you guys that were with us, Sean and I were all over AMC, and it couldn't break through that 62.50 at the open. Well, it finally did. I know this is like a Christmas tree. There were a lot of longs on the way from 54 all the way to 68. I think I counted like 10 times I had it even on the way down. We're right back in. When this broke 50, they completed the offering. It bumped up on volume at 1 o'clock through that price level, consolidated at 54. Now we're retesting that level. So first things first, that's 54 even. Maybe check it back to like 52.50. First support from that move, literally 2 hours ago, being tested at the moment on AMC. This is the dip I want to buy. You can't turn me bearish yet on the name, even though it's down 10%. I had one short and it lasted maybe it wasn't 30 seconds. It was about 5 seconds. Everything else been to the long side, buying them dips, Sean.
I'm gonna make sure I cancel all my orders. Yeah, welcome back, guys. It's gonna be the fastest 45 minutes on YouTube. And look, we're super glad to have you back. I mean, to me, that's all that matters. Let's now just start to trade. We come back and I just look and I see that I still have this Ford. I mean, we hold this all day. We're trying to get a little bit of diamond hand action. And now there goes Ford up 7.5% today. And I actually like this break. So I actually think we could go higher than this. Ford off that great GM news. We talked about Ford, why we've liked that for a hell of a long time. Electrifying their fleet. But this is a big move up, man, for Ford. So congratulations, anybody that went long with us. First thing, this is not only is this, and we just did a video on pre-market trading, but like this is 9:05. Like Ford wasn't even on our sticky note. It had nothing to do with anything. And all of a sudden GM news came and the volume picked up, but not even that much. And all of a sudden, once the market opened up, man, we've just been cruising and you can see where Ford is right now, kind of barcoding here in the afternoon. That's why I think that if we do get an opportunity to break through the 1605, there may be something about that. So let's get out if we break back down below, like, I don't know, what is this level, 95? So we'll get out if we break below 95, give this one a little bit more room, but I do like a long into a decent sized position if we could break through 1605, and then we'll just see where it goes from here. But a big day, needless to say. And by the way, guys, I told you about Fisker. I mean, this was the one name. Shout out to Trader TV Randy. We've been loving Fisker a long time, and yeah. Good move, finally breaking back above. We'll see if we get into this area, but right now, Fisker, beautiful move, broke through that 14. I said a while ago, people asked me, where would I put my money in the EV space? I said Fisker, so hopefully we'll hold that, but Workhorse has been good. A lot of these names recently, guys, Ride, whether or not it's Lordstown, CCIV, there's a whole bunch of different names that are rocking and rolling right now as I look, including NIO, that's made a huge move today, also back to 41.25. Oh no, actually, my mistake, back down. Let's see if I just refresh this. This is still the daily chart, so let's go to the minute chart here. Big move, and I guess I was wrong there. It got faded out. So let's watch NIO maybe into the closeout. I'm going to find some levels here.
Positive to negative on NIO. This has already happened in AMC, but I gotta give a shout out to Rob, and I hit this one for you here. You guys asked for it, and you got it. You've got yourselves an ape riding a rocket, eating popcorn with diamond hands, because yesterday it was suggested, we thought it was an unbelievably fantastic idea, and if I hit the button too many times, I hit that, I just scalped the trade in AMC, got a nice little winner for some of it, and then just got stopped out for the rest. I don't even give a damn. I'm hitting that one for winners, I'm hitting it for losers. If AMC AMC just hit VWAP here at 53.50, had to stop at 55 on that long. If we get back down into this range, down at 50, it resisted halts all afternoon here. So if it holds at 50, I think it's going to be that next little play on buying dips almost every single time here. I actually want to bid right in front of it. I don't want to get caught in a halt, but I definitely want to buy a dip and see if we can't scalp out of it quickly.
I actually like this short a little bit better. I mean, I like the dips too. I mean, we are buying some sick dips here in the afternoon, over 97 fills right now on AMC. So see, this is why, like, pardon my language, but this is why I was busting Rob whatever before in the morning show, because he's so amazing, and that's a sick graphic. So Ape Gang, AMC to the moon. Let's wait to see what happens. But look, it went red to green. We saw that. We were sitting here trading it. That's what all these actions are for here today. AMC, my #1 stock on the day, and we're not afraid to trade it. But Neil, nice long there off that VWAP. I mean, if we have the same chart, 1 minute, that VWAP there, 53. I'm actually just looking for this break right here. So 52, I mean, I'm sure it's the same out that you have, 50, or it's close enough to it. 52.50 right there. We'll take the short, but again, you know, like the way the stock can have, I don't even know if you can have a dollar stop, man. Like you gotta be able to take this and very much risk a little bit more. So if we do get that 52.50 break, and again, you know, I'm going to apologize for going short, but we just trade the setups, and someone tweeted at me and said, you do you, and you're right. Like, just do you and do what's best. I'm going to get out if it takes out the high of this, so 55.50. So let's wait to see if this has in it $3. I think if we can crack that, we might go back down to the low here.
And I want to get to this. I said there was news on Tesla, of course. Monthly net orders dropped to 9,800 from 18,000 in April. This is what happened on Tesla when the news hit. It broke that 600 level. It stalled. Like I would have called out that 580, where hopefully I've gotten my. Hopefully we'll catch a bit of a fill there. But 575 holds now. I mean, there's a dark pool print down to 62s. Ignore that. 575 has held. If it dips down to 76, I'll go long in front of the low of the day with a quick little stop on that level for sure. There's a couple of other movers here in the meme names, and one of them is going to be Bed Bath & Beyond, which had tried to get back to the upside. It failed hard at 37. Look at that 37 level. That's exactly the dip price in pre-market, and is right around these lows. If this breaks 31.75, it's been under so much pressure, down 25% on the session after yesterday's gangbuster action. Watch for that bottom. Don't let it break. Brendo?
A little bit of NFT action for you guys. Hall of Fame Resorts here. HOFV up about 5%. Just had a big red bar candle there on volume. You can see. So volume alert to the downside there after a nice run up for HOFV. Don't see anything in the way of news on this, but having a nice little afternoon move as well.
Honestly, someone was there was like, yeah, look at, if you look at the dollars per trade that we have or pennies per trade that we have, look, AMC, it's going to be my #1 stock of the day, but the style in which I'm trading it, it's like the reason I'm getting in front of 55 and then takes them out at 56.5 and then get out when it breaks 55. I'm just lighting it up like a Christmas tree. Like once we broke this level here, I had 10 separate long positions, and we have direct market access, guys. So you know a lot of you guys would probably just sit here and take 55 and then hold it back to 52 and then get it out at 65 for a $10 winner. Of course you can do that. I just feel like with the advantage of being able to get in, get out, scalp it, hold a core position the entire way up, and then continue to still take breaks and buy dips and be dynamic. That's been the name of the game, with one exception. That was that downward halt and then loading up and buying at 46. I don't want to get too far into that because that's going to be our trade of the day. You should watch it. We talked all about why halts were going to be relevant when they started happening on AMC, and that has certainly been the case. I just missed getting, I mean, I'm bidding in front of this 576. I didn't actually get it on Tesla. Looks like it just missed hitting me in here long in front of that 575. So once again, I missed by about 10, 15 pennies from getting an entry.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. Sometimes it happens right to the exact penny, but okay, we're still waiting for AMC to go short through 52.50, so watch out for that. You'll see me light that up when that does happen. But new position alert, so oh man, I see that. I want to hit the ape, but it has nothing to do with it right now. Okay, so Palantir, new position. So we're into Palantir right now on this chart. You can see long 65s. We just took a couple bids there. Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit. So long. We took a 63 and a 66 or something. Average price, what does it show on the board? I mean, on my count, it's 65.3. So now we'll see. I think we can get for sure back up to here. The NASDAQ's been beat down a little bit here in the afternoon. So has Palantir. But if we zoom back out, you know, in the morning, we took this 23.82 and we get nice trades to the upside. Hit this, nice trades. But then it broke 50 and we got out. silly because the bottom here, 23.34. So I'm going to play with this position right now on Palantir and see. I mean, this was when the Nasdaq was absolutely tanking, right? I mean, you guys, like, this is ding, 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 ding. Like, that's a big move. Obviously, that's a big move back up as well. But unless the Nasdaq does that again, I don't really. I mean, here's the move: bang, bang, right? What we just showed you. You got to trade stock that have a leading indicator, and I always use the Nasdaq with Palantir. So that's why we noticed the disconnect a couple weeks ago when Palantir was going down and the Nasdaq was going up. So right now, we'll take these longs. So we're long right now, 65. It's at 69, obviously going to be 70 in a minute. We'll look out to get out at these quarters. So, you know, decent move. And again, we're just scalping the close. This is not like, obviously, we have a dollar winner on Ford, okay? But we're not going to get that on Palantir unless we get something magical. So let's get a little bit out as we go upside. If we could take out 7, 8, 9, 10 pennies, we'll do that just to top off our day. We're almost at the highest spot we've been at all day. So if we can just keep on adding to that, that'll be good. Palantir, next level. We'll get a little bit out. What's up, B?
I was just checking on some earnings from this morning. If you remember, one of the stocks we were looking at with an earnings report was this one, C3AI, just pushing back towards day lows. We had this flush out in the morning down to 64.5, 65 right above it here inbound, so still down 14%, guys, after this tried, if you remember, to get back to, well, not positive, but somewhere in the neighborhood of where it ended the day yesterday.
Okay, first of all, how did you know I just got into C3? Like, Brendan is like, get out of my head, man. It's getting a little bit ridiculous. Like, I just got this fill, and I was looking at the daily chart here in C3AI. It wasn't that the report was all bad, to be honest, guys. If you look at it, they did beat top bottom. This is a 50 period. You just broke above it. You're going to get sold off here because a lot of these recent IPOs and these tech names and unicorns are getting blown out and selling off no matter what they report. Here's 63 bucks on the 50 period that you think might turn into support. Then here's 64.40 off the open, big recovery, but $1 away from that right now. So I want to be buying the dip, and I got Tesla as well. So Tesla 576.15. I'll give it to that 75 area, and then all systems go for a couple of these long trades. I am looking, and look, we try to go both directions here. Well, not try to. We do trade in both directions as day traders. I see BlackBerry holding positive on the session. But, you know, can't really get back into VWAP. A couple of times it's tested this 15.50 area and not broken. If it breaks through and gives like a 15 pennies down into that 35, I want to take that to the short side of the trade. Very likely if this happens, I might be staring in the face of, you know, like out on, say, a Tesla, looking to buy a dip on an AMC, but I want to be short side on BlackBerry if I can. I always find myself going short in BlackBerry for whatever reason of these short squeeze stocks. But it is what it is. I got to trade the patterns I see in front of me.
Yeah, no, exactly, and that leads me back over to Palantir, and you know, there it is. We'll just dap it up. That's 5 pennies. Get out some at 70. Now we'll wait for 73, and then we'll wait a little bit higher than that as well after this. So we're still bidding lower, man. We'd love to get this name a little bit lower, but there it is. We take that 70. So there's the buys, there's the out right there. So hopefully we can continue to go to the upside and then get a little bit of a bigger winner. I mean, that's what we want, right? That BlackBerry trade. I know a lot of you are looking at BB, so let's have a quick look myself. Yeah, I mean, Neil just talked about a couple of these levels. This 15 level hold, obviously. You see what we did earlier on, man. This was a big trade for us. Long at 18, our best out 19.50. Then we had that short, cashed in, had to get out there, and really haven't traded it since. Again, no excuses, but you know, we're not simply sitting here all afternoon trading. So there it is. Let's wait to see here. Some key levels right here. 15, we just talked about that. If that can hold, great. But, you know, getting long, and again, we're not going to sit here and force trades. If we see them, we'll take them. But BlackBerry right now, kind of not doing much. I love this break here. Even though it doesn't look that obvious, this 1620 break, if that could happen. Let's zoom in just a little bit more here. Again, a 1 minute chart. See, 16 breaks. I don't know where we go because we stopped at 15 last time. But you know what? We can play some momentum. These bottoms right here, not even that far away. So let's just go long here and see if BlackBerry momentum wants to pick up here into the close.
And going back to AMC, I mean, talk about breaking VWAP and not getting to 50. It ticked to 52.50 before bouncing. I mean, no, 52.54. Sorry, okay. Sean, it didn't break that level. So 5 pennies or 4 pennies above it. I mean, whatever. It's kind of splitting hairs at that point. Bouncing back towards VWAP. Now, it's worth mentioning the first time through. Let's go way back to the morning here. You look at this move at 10 o'clock that stalled out at 57.50 or just in front of it, and then we had a breakout at that same price that failed. You bought the dip. I mean, I bought the dip down around 54 several times and was scalping it until it finally broke 57.50. That gives that trade, that price area for a potential breakout. That's a little bit of a different than a 60 trade. I'd scalp that for $1 to maybe $2, then look for a 60 break on its own. But lots of ways you can play this here. Obviously, we've been aggressive in taking a lot of fills. I'm going to go 57.50 to see what this looks like here as a bit of a trade on the bounce back. We had a couple of longs already that I'm sitting in. I mean, we're only in the money 30 cents on C3 AI and only about the same thing, 20 to 50 on Tesla. So they haven't really gone yet. I want to break out on AMC because I might have like a half dozen trades in this by the end of this show. And of course, Sean and I have to be flat by that end of day. Should I be looking a gift horse in the mouth with Tesla? I don't know. It's just barcoding here at the absolute bottom. I suppose I could be scalping $1 out of this every single time. I mean, I'm trying to get $1.52 though.
I mean, I'm looking at a couple gift horses right now. I mean, we just took this BlackBerry right in front of you, and I don't have my bang on the screen or else we would do the bang, but it's not even, it's just 17, 20 pennies in the money. I don't know, I think it's gone right now. So we'll just catapult ourselves to the north side here as BlackBerry looking to take out that 16. We went long, man. Look at our price, 15.77 right now. It's up to 93, 94. Let's see if it gets to 97. I'm thinking about just taking this out in front of $16, guys. Whether or not I mean, here it goes. I mean, maybe the market runs here and BlackBerry continues to go. AMC starting to go again. So yeah, maybe we do have something here with BlackBerry. So 15.77. Hey, let's hold it. We're 20 pennies in the money on this one. We're also 10 pennies now in the money on Palantir. So we're actually going to go 2 for 2 as we floss it off right now with BlackBerry and Palantir. Oh, there it is. And we'll do another bang for you all. Up to 75. There's our out right there. We actually took 73. So right now, long Palantir, 65. So it's 10 cents in the money. And then 22 cents in the money. Uh-oh. Just saw that big size there. Did you guys see that at 16? Let's take a little bit out now. There's some size there at 16. We'll take some out and then we'll go long through 16 if we have to. But right there, nice trading on BlackBerry. Let's just get this out.
We'll go with underlay, mommy, AI. Uh-oh. But you know, I'm only ever hitting that one. Over and over again, you're going to see that rocket ship. I just took the quick scalp trade for some of the shares out at 66 on AI. If it comes to this peak here at 66.80, I'll be all over it. AMC, that's one of those breaks that stinks because it pops up. Oh, we're going to cancel this order here. It pops up, gets me long at that 50s. And you know the game where it's like, it pops to the upside, immediate offer at the top there. Yeah, by the time I hit my key, which automatically, our keys are awesome, it automatically is going to price to whatever the current offer is. It did one of those things where it snaps back down and I'm offering flat. It's like in the money and then offer flat and I'd already hit the enter key. I want to buy the dip on this move around 55 even, so taking some off isn't a bad idea. I just wanted to get a scalp win instead of a scalp of like 10 cents, which was a bit of a keystroke error. Brendan?
I saw this one actually right at the end of the morning show popping up, guys. I'm talking about this Wisdom Tree Investments, one from the financial group. I just double checked, 5% on the short side, but I saw it because there was rumors flying around about some takeover possibilities when it comes to this. So WETF on the NASDAQ here, about 9%, but look at the volume coming in here right now. This thing did nothing throughout the midday, and then all of a sudden we're picking up again, heading towards the close, guys.
All right. Okay, so here's BlackBerry. Just a quick update. We did take the long breaking through 16. So we got out there, cashed in the 20 pennies or whatever it was from our initial long here, and then we went long again. So now we'll wait. We're long at 16.02. We'll wait to see where we go. I have an offer. It stopped at 10 there. That last move stops right there at 10. So we'll have an offer there at 10, and then we'll see if we can't let the rest ride upside, and then see if we can retest. I don't know if we get to VWAP up here, but see if we can't retest 40, something like that. First of all, it needs to go before we're right. So we're waiting for that to happen, but long 16. That was a good bid there, and I just wonder if we played some of that AMC momentum maybe incorrectly there. We should have held out. But I mean, look, the offers are starting to stack up again here on BlackBerry. I know we may have to be forced with paper hands here because we're noticing that the market is definitely weak on this name. The offers are stacking up, but let's see if they blow it through. I'm going to give this all the way back to 15.50 here. So there it goes. They just took all those guys out. So we're not too worried. We're still going to wait back for 15.50. Palantir, though, guys, that's starting to go now as well. That's going to be a good trade for us. And look at these levels here. 23.80. We're going to take that out if it gets there as well. So we'll wait to see, man. I don't know if we move into the close. You know what? Let's hold it. There's a big arc of buyer now on Palantir. We're going to hold the last little bit. Let's see. We're having a monster day. Actually, almost like, you know, almost to the, not to the dollar, but we're close. We're in the same range as our day yesterday. So back-to-back jacks over here. What's up, Brendo?
I was just checking on Coinbase here, guys. Not much of a response. to this headline. But I'll show you here, Coinbase actually trying to tick higher at the moment, still down on the day. But apparently they're investigating some issues with debit, credit cards, and PayPal. Guys.
Boo.
PayPal,
And it's still actually, this is barcoding action at its absolute finest, or I guess worst if it's not moving, but Coinbase doing absolutely nothing. We'll do this one for Tesla. So there it is. If I trade Tesla every day, it's going to be bad. If I trade it today, it's going to be a losing trade. So we had 3 longs on. I'm looking to buy the dip. We're getting pretty close here in AMC, but Tesla continuing to press towards those lows. Press through the low. 575 is gone. You're now fresh lows of the day on this particular one. I still like the idea over in AMC of buying this little dip. We did get out, and that's going to be way too close to flat for my liking on AMC. And I just bought in front of 55 here, so I have an average price of like 56. Scalp is the name of the game, so if it comes back up and retests 57.50, you got to think about getting some shares out in front of that level so you can continue to buy the dip. If it wants to barcode or hold this price range, like this 53 to 58, if it just sits here the whole time, what it did in this little cluster is like taking those breaks, and each time I got long, got a better price, but was always taking $1.50 to $2, and then we held on for that move. So if I'm following that same line of reasoning in this little cluster, I'll try that same idea for a trade, hopefully still hold a net position long. If we get a 60 break, if not, and I've taken it all out, maybe accidentally or just whatever because it's a good idea, then I'll take a 60 break long as well. So have a bit of a plan of action here on AMC as we go through. C3AI is safely now 50, 60 cents in the money. That's one I want to be out of by 350. Don't want to hold that one into the last 10 minutes of the day. Want to be focusing on one of these squeeze stocks for sure.
Okay, guys, here we go. So good trading here. Workhorse, thanks for bringing that to our attention. Someone there on the chat talking about Workhorse. It is on a move a little bit here. 1470 back to the upside. Wow. Talk about, again, another Fisker type name. Although Fisker only up 8 or 9% today. Workhorse up 31%. So there we go. We're going to take a long right now ahead of some of these levels, guys. So right here, 1501, 1502, downside 1493. We're going to give this back to this level where we sort of started. If it fails, it fails, man, on Workhorse here, but we are long. I was actually looking at this 1550 break right here. I know it's 60 up here, but I want to take this. If it did pull back in, we have some key levels down here. So if we drop below here, 60, then we'll get out. And that may happen a little sooner rather than later, but that's going to be the play there on, I mean, we can, you know what? Let's give this a little bit lower. Let's give this down here, man. I mean, with the moves these stocks have today, silly to drop some of these names a little bit too early, in my opinion. So let's hold on to Workhorse just a little bit. 1450 is going to be the out. And we'll average in a little bit down here as well. So 1470. Let's just see if it has some love into the close, right? There goes Ford. So Ford takes it out. Now we're long here again. We just took some more shares on this break. So Ford breaks through the day's high, and we went long. BlackBerry, there's the cash register. There's the ring. So let's ring it up again for us, man. Our first long on BlackBerry to start today, 1570. Then we took a 16 break. Now we're at 1650. So good trading over there. And Palantir just doing its normal thing, which isn't much. So we'll wait for Palantir to finally make some moves, guys.
I only have one key today, and you know what it is. It's going to be that one. I get a chuckle out of it. Good job, Rob, even though you're not here right now. 55 dip buy. Look, I'm always going to scalp out, like I said. Just got some out at 57 or in front of this 57 level on AMC. If it breaks to that 60, I want to get some of that out for like a $3.50 to $4 winner. That range, you can take a 60 break. I can now buy the dip at hopefully a better price, maybe sub 55 even. C3AI, you better believe it. Someone in the chat was like, Neil can't run for president because he's a Nelly fan. I'm like, first of all, Nelly is fantastic. He was great in he's actually not even a bad actor as well. Kind of funny. But the more important thing is I'm Canadian, so that would be Prime Minister. Thank you very much. AI, either way, right to this price target. And you know what I shouldn't do is look a gift horse in the mouth. I should be hitting the bloody bid right here, right now. You don't do this. If you have a level like 1680, right here on the chart, you cash the bottom on C3AI, showed you the 50 period for support at 63, showed you 64.40 in this little dump, anticipating about the same high or low, so go a buck up from there. It consolidates, you get the long. First leg was 66, second move here on a bounce was 66.80. Like, that's as easy a structure of a trade as well, not really. It's one of the easiest structures of a trade you're going to find, and because of time of day, no need to hold it all the way to VWAP or into the close. That's what AMC is for, Brendan.
Just checking on this PYR. I believe this is an interlisted name, but I'll show you the chart here first, guys. PYR on the NASDAQ just absolutely going crazy. Just went from 5 to 650, bit of a pullback there at 650. But I believe this is a Canadian company actually listed in Toronto as well, talking about a major order for a 36 plasma torches from an iron ore producer. So heads up on this one. PYR on the NASDAQ, guys.
Plasma torches.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, that sounds cool.
Get ready for that. Plasma coming to a torch near you. Watch out. Okay, Palantir still not moving. Workhorse is now back into the money. Small, though, for right now, so we'll wait to see where it goes. I'm still expecting to at least get back to this 20 level, guys. We're long at here it goes. We're long at 02, so hopefully that can come through, and we'll be able to get this out at a little bit of a higher price. Right now, 10 cents in the money for Workhorse. Good, right? I mean, we're just trying to top off our day here, and it's now 340. So
shoot.
Yeah, so some of the imbalances starting to come out, and we got to get ready, man. At 350, more imbalances to come. AMC right now, 56, just doing nothing right now. So we're going to wait to see where AMC goes from now, but I'm wondering about these imbalances. The only trade I got looking at right now, 52.50 break downside or a 60 break on the upside. So it's kind of like either or right now as far as AMC is concerned. So we're going to wait for that. You can play in the range like Neil's doing, but for right now, I'm just going to wait for it and see what happens next. We did get out of a little bit of Ford there. It didn't want to go, so we took it out for flat. Now we're holding 05s. So I don't know if this breaks back down through 16. Maybe we have a loser on our hand here. But again, Ford, a big stock for me today. Initially going long here, then holding it all the way to here, and now just trying to make something happen. So we'll wait for that one. And then other than that, man, everything else just chilling out. BlackBerry comes all the way back down, but we've already crushed that for you guys here today. So far, so good. Let's just wait for those imbalances, which come in about 9 minutes.
Yeah, and actually, when BlackBerry just got above that 16, and with 20 minutes left, I did cancel that stop. And it's now 70 cents away. I don't want that traveling 70 pennies in a minute, triggering me short at the absolute bottom. So when it was close, fair enough. I see it's I can't pronounce it now. I apologize for Sahada asking about Box. Now, look, it's flat on the day and it's not doing a heck of a lot of volume, but the daily chart's probably going to tell the story. You're ripping right into 25, which is a significant level here of resistance. So if you've already swung into this and want to think about taking profit, that makes a heck of a lot of sense. Usually you're going to want to see it break out from this point and hold above the 25 before entering maybe a new position. And you get these like multiple day tops where it can't even test 25, and sometimes you get that reversal, and it probably takes you back like 10%. Maybe you catch 23s. So I'd say patience if you're not into it. Otherwise, or you can wait for the break as well. But if you are in it and it's staring that 10% run because you bought it on that dip, why not take a little bit of profit here, because you can hopefully get back into it. As Sean said, AMC's not doing a heck of a lot. I have a couple of ways we want to play this, and we did this with the cluster before. It's coming right back into this 54. My rule is I bought in front of 55. If it comes back to the downside, I want to only add to it at a better price. So in front of this 54, and VWAP would be the name of that particular game. Someone said it would be old school hip hop and apple fritters every day if I was prime minister. Yeah, but the reading curriculum in schools would be a heck of a lot of Isaac Asimov and a little bit of Philip K. Dick. So you might not actually want me as prime minister. That would suck for any non-nerds out there. And I'd be slapping people around for mistaking Star Trek and Star Wars, and no one wants that. Brendo?
Just checking on Arista Networks. They did report. I thought it was an earnings name, and it was. Annette in New York, guys. Talk about a trending chart. Look at this. This has gone from 331 to 345 today. Just made a day high. Look at the volume coming in here at the end of the day. Overall, I mean, yes, it's a $340 stock, a little bit thinly traded. But nice move today for Annette.
Oops. Yeah, about getting out of C3. Yeah, that was probably a bad call. Okay, well, it looked pretty good. Look, at the time, it looked like a great bottom. And at the time, taking $1.15 out of it seemed like it was the right decision. Clearly, now that we're at 68 bucks, I didn't have enough faith in AI over here. Look, this is obviously a bit of a cluster where it failed before. I'm not saying you have to go short, but I mean, hopefully we got to pay for short. Sometimes it's free on this particular one, but it easily rolled over at this price. If you go back to like 230, I kind of think it's a decent shot to do it now, and I haven't really had too many short positions on. The second it slows down, I want to see if I can catch it. AMC now testing that 53. I've bought the dip again. If it holds that 53 level, we're good to go. But I do want to have relatively tight stops on AMC with this style of trade. You're not going to sit there holding it forever if I'm scalping it for the most part. So I want to roll here on C3 AI, but I want to see it turn first. Otherwise, we'll go back to the rinse and repeat action in AMC and do that into the close. Nothing is stopping C3 AI. I keep waiting for it to slow down. I mean, the bid just keeps following up, even though it's a 10-cent spread. And it's all D prints going through, by the way, as well. Bit of an iceberg there at 30 that just got broken. So next level up, 68.50. Does it even hold that? Wow, I got out too early on this thing. That's ridiculous. What the hell?
Yeah. You know what? Into the close, man. We got to trade a little differently. So that's what's going to happen. The same thing with me on Workhorse here. It ripped up in the money again for us, and we didn't take it out. So let's just wait, like here again, like bang, there again, there. Now we're making these bottoms again. We're waiting down here. We'll see, man. We're waiting in the 20s to see if we can get actually 17, I think. We're going to get half out if we can, and then see if it can blow up to the high side right there. We actually picked up BlackBerry a little bit lower. It did come back down. So in, out, out, out. It's been very successful. Then we take this long again at 80, and now we're back to 90. So, I mean, BlackBerry, you know, rinse and repeat and just do the same. Our net is, I mean, it's amazing that we're so much better. I mean, we're almost like in the same realm of our net from today to yesterday. So it's been a big day. We're super happy with that one. Let's check in. I mean, I still think this can go. So I'm going to put an offer near 16 here, get out of a little bit. It'd only be a 10-cent win, but let's wait to see where this one goes. The last one I wanted to check on, okay, what time is it? 45, so we still have a bit before. There was, Bed Bath & Beyond. That was the big one that I want to check on. Man, I guess we might have got out of this one a little bit too early, but we did have a chance to reload. This is what I want to talk about, actually. We did have a chance to reload at that 37. Straight up, guys, on our sticky note, one of the biggest trades that we had was right in the middle there, 37 breakdown short, right? So we had that right here. Big time movement. Our best out 33, that's $3.50, but it does come all the way back, and I completely missed that level. So we're going to keep our eyes out for 37. But hey, man, you could have rang the register twice on that one. What up, Beep?
Another one, guys, from this side of the border, a Canadian company I speak of, FSD Pharma. Remember huge on the NASDAQ, making, I was going to say huge moves. 2 to 215 here, 15%, guys. Volume coming in too huge.
So of course,
Man, that stock is huge.
That's
there, I did it for you, Brett.
Look, I don't understand why you would shy away from any kind of a pun, let alone a bad pun, which is better than a good one.
Right, way better.
Exactly. And look, this is pie in my face because I just started talking about C3AI, and I'd swear I checked to see if we had locates on it, and then of course I went to hit the turn there at 68.40 or so, 43 to be precise. We didn't have the locates, but I got them for 3 cents a share here on C3AI, and then I got 37, so I missed it by 6 pennies. I'm going to see 53 break here on AMC, so I'm out of that one. We'll go with this for the first time on the show here. Well, I had to have a loser in the morning on AMC. Mostly it's been all wins, obviously, you can see. But short side C3AI, suddenly nothing to the long side do I have until we get to maybe 50s on, in particular on AMC, and then I'll still be looking over at our good friend BlackBerry. That 35 that we liked for the short side break, now I kind of like it to see if it can hold that bid as well. So C3AI, the only thing I have left on, and we're getting close to 350. We got to make sure we're trimming some positions. You want your highest level of conviction, the ones that you don't think will be affected by the imbalance, or you think are in the money for you, so you don't care too much if it comes out against you, and then that bump can always help you if you get that favorable look.
I mean, why am I thinking short? Like, I shouldn't be thinking short on AMC. I should just be buying these dips, guys. Like, that was that 52.50 level. Oh, it didn't print. Oh, that's a bad wick. That was that level. It goes right down. We didn't get short. Like, I have the offer here to go through 52.47. And look, man, it went right here to 52.69 or so. That wick didn't happen, or I'd be short. But right here, so if it does break this level, we still want to go short here. So not afraid to do it, and we're going to do it. So here goes Workhorse. We've averaged in. We still have our out coming on Workhorse to the downside. If it breaks this 50, we'll be out. So that's going to come soon. I've actually changed it to 60 right now. If we break 60, we're going to be out on Workhorse. So just so you guys know, we're taking credit for all of our ins and all of our outs there. Palantir, we reloaded down here. So that's going to be a good trade for Palantir. Maybe we should get some of that out right now. And again, guys, like heading into this close, we only have 2 minutes, and we'll take a look at the imbalance locator, right? The thing about the locator is it's very finicky. Like, yeah, you know, Palantir could be a huge bid, and the thing rips up 20 pennies. So you got to watch out. We got to make sure that we're here and able to take the trade if it does come out. So I'm going to take a little, I was going to say, I missed it. I missed the 68s and the 67s there. So we'll wait, see if we can get 67 off this, take a little bit of profit just in case it comes the wrong way. But right now, we're cruising almost out of Workhorse. We tried it, guys. It was a mover, and it looks like this will be a loser for us here to maybe. It looks like it will be. But to end the day here, so watch out for Workhorse trying to break these levels, guys.
And speaking of breaking levels, remember Bed Bath & Beyond? It is at the low, well, I mean, it's very, very close to the low day, 31.76. I mean, it's at 32 even. So this is right in the imbalances. What I'm looking for here, because I'm staring at this one at 350. I mean, if there's any kind of, if there's any kind of a buy imbalance, I want to make sure I have it up here. But if it gets a spike at 350 off of this bottom, I want to long that spike. Hopefully I can get it before it gets to like 32.50 and then have an out off of that low of the day. So I'm kind of trying to play a turn here on this, but I don't want to get in before 350. You might see me trigger into this one the second 350 hits, but it's close enough to that low that if it reverses, I like that risk to reward a heck of a lot here. So this is really more about the a quick little turn in momentum and then an obvious stop level. You want to have an idea where you're wrong. Clearly at the low of the day I would be, but seconds to go till 350.
Yeah, so we just got out. Workhorse breaks it, and we stay true to our discipline there, and we get slayed. So there it is. So that's us getting slayed there. We're not chasing the dragon. The dragon is eating our lunch right there on Workhorse. Still all good, man. Okay, there goes AMC. So AMC breaking right now. We have the short on board. This is what we've been waiting for. So 52.20 down to the downside right now on AMC. So it finally cracks. We finally go short. Back into here would be pretty nice, man. 49.50, 48s and change coming through. So let's put a bid right now, 49.51. We'll put a bid, see if we can cash that. But we're $2 in the money now on AMC. So there's the break. You're welcome. If you're with it on me, that's $2. You could have just took it. We're waiting for a 50 break now, a little bit lower than this. But here we go on AMC. We're getting our ass elevated right now, guys. Big time trading. We're at the highest spot we've been at all day. Let's go AMC.
Yeah, I mean, I was waiting for 50 to actually come to the other side. So you can play these both directions, guys. And I like buying the little bit of a dip. It's resisted any kind of temptation to hold any of these levels so far. If 50 breaks, I like that 46 cluster as well. So I'll take a couple of shots at it. You did see me get into Bed Bath & Beyond. It actually didn't move. So basically flatlining here. But AMC, in front of that 50 level, I'm going to go ahead and scalp a portion of that trade. Again, long as 50-50, I got 50-61. I tried to get 50 even. I want to take 1-to-1 on the first part of any kind of a dip buy. That allows me an opportunity, if I still like it, to get a better price off of 50 even. And then if it comes back up to 52, 53, we'll hold the second half of the trade. So that's what I've been doing all morning long. It's worked out, so all day long, I should say. It's worked out so far. I don't want to change that too much here. If 50 goes, there was probably a bigger support level at 46. It was a nice little price here. That's where the halt price was, by the way. When it halted down, it then halted to the upside, reopened and then went to the halt to the upside at that 46 level. It was a monster long from that price. So even below 50, there is another support here on AMC. And C3AI, I mean, you got to give me a break. Like it's now 20 cents out of the money 30 cents out of the money on the short. And that was after going long and getting out of it too early. So clearly, I should have just held on to that one. Still short, still hasn't stopped me out. And now looking to see if we can get that $2 scalp here in AMC. Only 60, 70 cents in the money. Let's get a little bit more than that. Brendo?
18% for AMC in negative territory. Was just noting the overall market, 0.3% to the downside. One of the groups leading, in fact, to the downside today, guys, these travel names that have been on a bit of a tear. If you look at the daily chart over the past couple of weeks, moving higher. But UAL, you can look at AAL, really any of the travel names just making fresh day lows. Look at this. United down 4% today, guys.
Yeah, I guess there's been a change up in some of the reopening plays. We'll check CCL. We'll be back on those, man. We used to trade these names left, right, center, and you see what's on our board today. Okay, we talked about the imbalances. I have no idea what's going on with Petrobras today. Maybe there's a rebalance or something for PBR, but you see 6 million shares here to go to the buy side for PBR and PBRA. So if you just click it, it's done 42 million shares, but it's not going to move. So I'm not even worried about these imbalances, and I don't really see anything else. Neil's trading Cloudera, so watch out. I don't know if you still have that, but that's a
not
bit of a,
today, Sean.
Okay, that's a bit. Yeah, today too busy. PaySafe with a nice bid as well. Finally, we love ourselves some PaySafe, as you guys know, here on the show. So we're waiting for that one. And this is what it can do, guys, on the imbalances. Like, look, see, this is what I'm talking about. It's not a big move. I mean, PaySafe could, whatever. I love the stock, but I don't love this. I love the company. I don't love the stock. Go the other way around on that one. But there's a nice little bump up. And again, it's not a big bump, but that causes volume spikes. What the hell's going on here on PaySafe? I'm going to have to find out because this is really strange. But okay, rate down. Like, look at the volume. Like, what is this? Like 1 minute it's good, the next minute's I don't. There's something. This is
That's
very very
weird.
fishy. I'm gonna have to look in on that. But there's PaySafe right now. But who cares about PaySafe when you have $1.55 again in the money here on AMC? So we called that play. I've been waiting for this forever. A break of VWAP, a break of that 52.50 bottom. We have it. We've already took out $1.70 there. So now, sorry, $1.40 on that move. So now we'll wait to see on the downside if we do break that 50. I'm only gonna give this one as there's almost only 5 minutes left.
Oh, wow.
I'm just gonna give this to VWAP, man. We break 54 and we'll be out and call it a wash. But right now, we're at the highest spot we've been at all day. We're loving trading. You're gonna be joining us hopefully tomorrow. It's gonna be another big day.
Not hopefully.
Join us at the end of the day, though. That's what I was gonna say, sorry, for Neil's trade of the day. And I believe it's AMC.
Well, I mean, I just made my 100th fill on AMC. That's not the reason I got out of that trade or got into that trade or out of the trade. Doesn't really matter. We took it because we liked the level. I got out of Bed Bath & Beyond at 355. It was not moving. I punched out and paid the spread. So I actually just, it's a quick little hit there, and who cares? I mean, if it's not going to go, I cannot sit in this trade. It's absolutely boring for me here. AMC is making a bit of a pop, and with only 5 minutes to go, I kind of need to take this one off where it lies. I understand it's only going to go to 52 here, but if I'm going to continue to play this, it's a close. I have AI, which is against me, and basically barcoding, and AMC running out of steam in front of VWAP. So want to make sure I lock in that profit. Brendan, what do you got, bud?
A couple people talking about this one real quick, guys. ADMP, one possibly to put on our radar for tomorrow. Here's $1. So it held $1 after the halt. I'll show you why the halt. The National Institute of Health saying that their Tempol is a potential COVID-19 therapy. So this is an oral antiviral treatment. Again, National Institute of Health, not the FDA. Key to remember that. $1 right here for ADMP, up 56%. Definitely one to watch tomorrow.
Okay, and a shout out to Rob. Obviously, you saw me give him the screws earlier, and I'm glad I did because look at that, what was created, right? I mean, we don't bring it up, that doesn't get created. There we go, a nice little one for AMC as we just continue to ride that. I changed up my tone a little bit here. We're in the money $1 off this trade. I'm just gonna give it right to here, man. If we break through 53, then we'll call it a day. There's only 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how low are we gonna go? Maybe even back down to 50 and we'll take the $2 right at the end of the day if we can get that. So I think we'll put an order at 50 or so, like 50, 20, something. We'll put a bid there just randomly, see if we get that on the way down. I mean, I could take $1 again right now, but we'll wait to see on the ways in on that. And then Palantir, meh. I mean, we tried, guys. We tried good. Long, out, long again, out. So it's a win-win situation for us as we're going to finish the day at our highest spot. It's been a good one for us. I hope it's been a good one for you. Go ahead. Yeah.
I was gonna say if it hasn't been, then we'll do this one for you one more time. But I gotta say this: we just showed you. I don't care if you're bullish or bearish or what you feel about AMC, but on that key level break, we just showed you both how you can short it here on that breakdown through 53 and that VWAP that Sean got, how you can buy the dip in front of 50, basically take the exact same range, and with a plan of action going into that price range, take either one for a win. I mean, technically speaking, you could have done both, so we could have each shorted and then reversed into a long and then taken both sides of it. But either way, that's what we're showing you guys here. This is why we have a diverse group. It's absolutely fantastic. So you guys, I hope you're learning. I hope you're having fun. It's been a heck of a lot of fun for me, with the exception of with not holding C3AI a little bit longer, of course, and then going short for whatever reason. Brendo, what up, bud?
So we almost forgot, but not that fundamentals have mattered very much over the past couple of days, but let's have a look. There are still some earnings names, guys, coming up after market and before the open tomorrow.
I like them all. I mean, CrowdStrike, especially with some of that hacking that's been happening, the pipeline, the food supply, a few different things there with the hacking and security. So I like CrowdStrike into that play. And then, of course, Lululemon. I mean, they can have my money hand over fist. Because
they already do.
They already do. So there we go, Lululemon. I always thought they were expensive when my wife was first buying them like 20 years ago. Canadian companies, so long and strong on that one. And again, thank you. I want to also give a big thanks today to Laura, who's filling in on the chat. So thank you to Laura for there. And I do see some notes, man. Boxer Puppy. Good name. We've had you on the show a couple times before, talking about wanting some more animation, some more sound on that animation. So I have passed that note over to Rob for the apes. And there it is, man. We'll go ape again because we love it so much. Not for AMC this time, and it's not really for Palantir. because it's not really aping, but there's Palantir, a nice out. We take that out right there at 68 as it rips up, and we grab that. It looks like our AMC trade is just going to have to be what it is right now. We're short. We're in the money 80 cents, 70 cents, or, I mean, depending on how fast this thing moves, and it's not going to go down to that 50 level. With only a minute left, we got to be flat. So I'm going to get out of this one and just ring the Reggie on this, but what a successful day. Neil, how many fills on AMC?
101. Getting flat put me over the hump there. And that's not the reason I got out of it in 2 legs. You can see every single one of these times I'm usually getting out on the upside, whether it's stopped out or taking profit. There's always at least two legs. I never go a 1 in, 1 out when I'm trading AMC. I tend to do it in clumps. That's what we did here. I'm excited. I'm exhausted. It's been a fun one here, Sean. Only 30 seconds to go, and it's not even the end of the week. We still have more to trade this week. It's amazing.
The reason why I ask you is I have 100 trades.
So we just finally win.
You win.
It's the first time in a while.
One more trade. The thing is, I could just win right now. Should I just do this right now? Just get in and out. No.
You know what happens when you force a trade as a day trader at the end of the day to hit an arbitrary number? I saw a guy go from $997 to 0, chasing the extra 3 to get to 1,000 on the day as a day trader. True story. About to drop the bell. I'm not sure who's on it.
What a Maggie?
Maggie's doing everything. How did you get there?
3, 2, and 1. Ring that bell. There she is. Yeah, good job there, Maggie. Thank you so much. Look, it's been just another big day for us. Thank you so much for everybody watching. Thank you to Maggie. Thank you to Rob. Thank you to Lucas. A big shout out to Laura. Man, we're going to be back strong and hopefully long tomorrow into some of these meme stock names. Brendan, how did we finish, bud?
Just getting my numbers calculated here. We'll throw it up. So we can have a look. I guess we're on this camera. 0.35 for the S&P, the Dow basically flat. Nasdaq led 1%. Wow. For tech stocks, everything else kind of positive though. At the bottom end, you can see cryptos with a decent day there. 2% plus for both Bitcoin and Ethereum, guys. But we have a premiere to get to.
We do, but also Brazil doing the heavy lifting, as you can see, up 0.7%.
Yeah, Brazil always doing the heavy lifting. Okay, so the reason why the Nasdaq down, in my opinion, guys, so much focus, obviously, on some of these random names. So what has to happen when this trade goes through is money has to come out, right? People need to sell something to trade something else. So those of you on PDT and stuff like that, you know exactly what we're talking about. If I own 1,000 shares of Microsoft and I want to trade AMC, I got to do the switcheroo, right? So I believe that's what's been happening with a lot of these names. But we do have our premiere coming out. So it's going to be a trade of the day. Join us every single evening. We plan on rolling this out. It worked perfectly at about this time yesterday. So I'm going to be real quick. For Neil, for Valeria, hey, Valeria, oh, she's not here. For Laura, for Brendan, I'm Sean. Thank you to Lucas. Thank you to Maggie. Thank you to Rob. We'll be back tomorrow, guys. See ya. Have a good evening.